Oh my gosh, this is such a great idea. What's going on, beautiful people? D-Lo Brands back for another video. And today we are stepping back inside of the world of Google with their new application that's not so new, but it's called Stitch. So they posted this on May 20th. Stitch is basically their AI generative landing page UI front end design application. That was long and winded. But yeah, so basically this is focusing on the front end of applications, and I'm interested to see how this is distinct from Firebase Studio. I know Firebase Studio is connected to so many more things, but Stitch looks like it's supposed to be an ideation thing, but also step into the realm of deploying those ideas and things of that nature. For example, paste to Figma, export front end code. So I can see this being something that you literally go in here and create your front end and give this front end to a application or an AI IDE that can develop the back end, and then you'll have a much better product. Because right now what we're doing is basically going in, coming up with a prompt and just hoping for the best, or going to behance.com or Dribble and getting inspirational landing page design and give it to the IDE or the AI agent as an attachment for inspiration. But other than that, unless you're a designer like me, you probably don't do that. So Stitch is supposed to help this. And of course, like always, we have gotten Gemini to help us with some prompts. So we are going to be taking all of this. We're going to be taking this mobile app UI, and it's given us the colors that it wants to use. And really what I did was paste in a little bit, literally a sliver of documentation. This right here, describe the application you want to build in plain English. They have that right here. So all I did was literally copy and paste that and just give it to it. So it's giving us this prompt. We're going to copy this whole entire prompt and we're just going to put it into Stitch and see what it has to offer. So right now we have mobile and web. So I like that these are two distinct options because mobile and web first are different processes. So if you're mobile first, then you're going to have a different initial look than you would if you're web first. So keep that in mind. They also have examples on the side for us to try if you would like to go in here and just check it out. But let's do this one. So generate a UI design for Terra Bloom, blah blah blah, generate designs. So it looks like, the typical, okay, I can design. Would you like? Yes, yes. So I guess I didn't specify mobile app. I said mobile. I literally said mobile app. Okay, responsive landing page. Okay. So if you're gonna work in the mobile interface, then do not mention landing page or web web anything. So it has given us, I suggest the following screens: plant monitoring, growth tracking, scheduling settings, and plant care tips. Let's click yes. And of course, I would spend much more time in evaluating the steps if this were not a tutorial, and I would encourage you to do the same. If these are not the pages that you want or the screens that you want, then of course make sure you're getting the screens that you want. But we're just gonna let it do its thing. Hopefully it's not super slow. It looks like we're in standard mode. Do we have other modes? So we'll check that out. Stitch settings. So allow AI model training. Okay, so with Stitch, you can opt out or opt in to AI model training. So I'm going to opt out and just save changes. And then projects you can import from Galileo AI. Not really sure what that even is. Let's see what Galileo is. Oh, wow. So Galileo is basically this. This is Galileo. Stitch is Galileo. Okay, so basically Google bought a company, and this company was great at generating user interfaces with AI, and they literally just rebranded it to Stitch in an effort to, take over that part of the market. we have our generations. This is beautiful. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. And then we can see right here that we can copy it to Figma, we can edit it. And this is what Firebase Studio is missing. When I'm working in Firebase, I would be able to get a much faster MVP if I were able to edit the text directly without going to the code. And in here, you can go to edit. You actually can't edit this. So you can edit the code, but you can't directly edit the design. So forget what I just said. But one thing that I do wish Firebase could do is allow me to edit within there, which I did mention in a previous video. So we have these screens. It has a plant data, plant growth tracker, plant data, basil, temperature, humidity, water level, plant growth tracker. You can upload photos, progress photos. I could see this being connected. So my dad really is into plants, and he has this camera that, well, he's into plants and birds. And he has this camera that can capture birds. But I'm thinking, hey, if I have a camera for my entire garden, and AI is definitely at the point where it can identify different plants by observing them. So it can handle that growth tracking for me. It can handle when I position right here, this is my tomato plant, this is my other plant, things of that nature. We got the settings and we have the resources. Cool. So these are static images, but you can copy it to Figma. So let's copy to Figma. Could not copy the design. Please try again later. Try again later. They want me to try again later. But this is cool. So, I mean, I think that is still early. They are in beta right now. So we're going to try another prompt. Gemini has given us another prompt. So we're going to do a web application now. Chronicle Craft, AI powered interactive storytelling platform. Let's do it. So we're going to copy this entire prompt. We're going to go over to Stitch. We're going to go to web. Make sure you have web on because we're working on the web now, and generate designs. And let's let it do its thing, and let's let it do its thing. And I will be back. Further details on it. We do like any changes? No, but include. Let's just give it some additional instructions. So it wants to do writer's dashboard, story reading interface, and community showcase library. No, but include. I'm gonna just say no because I really can't think of anything. So I'm gonna just let it do its thing, and we'll be back. All right, so we have our generations of our writers web application, and this is it. So we have the main dashboard, which is showing the stories. So recent stories, the Starlit Path. I guess it generates stories, possibly. And then we have this other one, which is the story screen, story reading interface. So enter the woods, seek shelter. Oh, wow. So it's interactive. It did say interactive. So basically, wow. Oh my gosh. This is such a great idea. Imagine you can choose how the story goes. Just like when RPG games were set in stone, everybody went through the same quest, and then we had RPGs where we could affect our relationships with different people or affect the outcome of the game. Wow, this is really cool. So you can choose what happens as twilight descends, the forest edge beckons, a path. Okay, do you dare to enter, or will you seek shelter in the nearby village? If you enter the woods, you'll probably hear something like, "Oh, you walk past creaking trees and mysterious owls," stuff like that. But if you seek shelter, maybe you encounter somebody and you start having a dialogue. That is very cool. I must say, very, very cool. And then we have community stories. Wow. I'm not even going to lie. This is actually a good idea. And I think that I want to do a video on building this out completely, utilizing Firebase Studio or Cursor or Lovable, whichever one we choose. But we're going to do one more prompt. So Gemini wants us to make a mobile app called NomadNet, which is a hyper-local skill and resource exchange for travelers. Okay, let's see what it comes up with for this one. I'm interested in this one, and I'm actually gonna do that fourth one as well. So let's go here. Let's go to mobile. Paste this. Generate design. And we're actually going to do both of these at the same time if we can. Hopefully we can. Generate a landing page for Zenith Focus. Generate. Let's go back to this one. So NomadNet did not give us another prompt. It may be because we left the chat, but it's going to go ahead and create the screens, I believe. And this other one, Zenith Focus, is creating the screen as well. So we'll be back. So this is the first generation that finished, which was Zenith Focus, and this is the landing page. So let's take a look here. Wanted us to generate a landing page, and basically it has kind of like the product, productivity timer, ambient sounds, distraction blocking. I will say that this is very plain, and it may need better prompting to do better, but it is saying that you can download this app. It didn't really do anything out of the normal from a regular landing page, but this was supposed to be a minimalist productivity timer. So I will say, it is pretty minimal, but we can't really see much from this. But if you did want your landing page to look this way, then you can use this as inspiration along with the text here and things of that nature. So let's check out our other app, and this is NomadNet. Okay, NomadNet. So first screen we have is NomadNet home, listing details, user profile, new posts, and messaging. Okay, so this is the main one, which is supposed to be a map, and I'm guessing that map will show up with icons, but or different offers as they call it. So a cozy apartment in the city center. The charming apartment is located in the heart of the city. Okay, cool. Okay. So it's really looking more like a Airbnb type of thing. New post. What do you want to offer or request? A map-based home screen. What is this app? Resource exchange platform. Skill and resource exchange. I mean, the app looks good. The app looks, you know, like an app. So I can't really complain at it. But I really see this new app being used for ideation. Strictly ideation. A rapid ideation. Going in and saying, "Hey, I want a landing page that either looks futuristic or traditional or elegant." Things like that will aid in ideation, and then you take that over to a platform that has more capabilities to build out that back end. So definitely willing to do a longer video on a process utilizing this in addition to Firebase Studio and Firebase to get a finished product. But let me know if you guys will want that. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe if you did learn something in this video. But it's been D'Lo Brands, and thank you so much for 300 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm happy to be here to share information with you. But it's been D'Lo Brands, and I will see you in the next one.